Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and here we have a replay between drewbie, the red Terran down here on the bottom of Lost Temple, and his opponent is going to be the blue Zerg on the right side, that is Liquid HayprO. This match was played as part of a best-of-3 series at MLG Dallas. It is a winner's bracket game, so neither of these guys have actually dropped a series yet. HayprO is a Swedish Zerg player who's actually been living in South Korea for a month at the Team Liquid / OGS house, training for those GSL tournaments. Unfortunately, he did not qualify for GSL 2, but GSL 3 qualifiers are right around the corner, and he'll have another shot at it along with his teammates who are arriving in Korea, Huck and Rhett, and of course Jinro, who's there already. TLO actually is going back to Europe, but anyway, that's enough about them. And drewbie is a Canadian Terran player. He's actually a co-leader of Root Gaming with Cats, the Peruvian Zerg player, and HayprO is actually going to do an extractor trick here to make sure that he gets his larva timings correct. If you don't do that extractor trick, you can actually hit 3 larvae, and when you hit 3 larvae, it takes your hatch a while to spawn another larva. If you never hit 3 larvae, then it just stays on clockwork all the time. It's kind of a weird concept, but actually can help your timing a little bit if you are desperately eking out those seconds. So drewbie going to be building his barracks at his ramp, always a wise decision against a Zerg opponent, especially a really good Zerg opponent like HayprO. HayprO actually has not built a pool or a hatch yet. It looks like he is up to 15 food before he sends that drone on down to the natural area. Going to be getting that hatch first at 15 food. No pool just yet. He hasn't even actually scouted 2 of the positions, so he doesn't know if drewbie's at this close running position like he is, or if he's at a cross position, which would give him way more time to get that hatch secured. Drewbie, lucky for him, is going to be scouting the correct direction first. He probably knows, because he hasn't seen an overlord yet, that HayprO is not over on the left side of the map. He's going to take a couple of jabs at that hatch, but a drone comes out to intercept him and chase him away. So drewbie, instead of going up into the main to see what the spawn pool timing was, it actually turned out to be 14 right after that hatch. He just runs away, starts battling this drone out in the open field, and don't know who's going to win that. Looks like drewbie was going to win, so HayprO backs off. Both guys escape with their workers though, and drewbie gets a marine out pretty quick. Getting a second marine. He hasn't actually walled off his ramp like I thought he would. He built a supply depot instead down here at the bottom a little bit. That actually affords him the chance to build a factory there. Instead, he's building it back a little bit. That drone wanders way too close to that ramp and gets picked off by 2 marines, so HayprO not going to be able to get any scouting information there. That hatch is nearly completed. 1 gas going up after the pool is pretty much done, so not sure if he's going to be headed for roaches. Probably not banelings, just because the gas is so late, but we'll see. We'll see what he has in mind. He is getting 2 queens right away, though. That will help defend against any kind of early marine pressure. A reactor's coming up before this barracks, so drewbie has the option to switch that factory onto the reactor and create a couple of Hellions really fast, really quickly. I tried to say both at the same time, almost said fickly. It's not really a word. And drewbie is going to be expanding himself just to keep up with HayprO. So HayprO also dropping a spine crawler at the front. He made 1 little tiny set of lings and starting to spread creep tumors already to connect his bases. That's always good to see. He did get his gas up, but he's only got 1 drone, 2 drones on gas. Still not sure what his first gas expenditure is going to be. drewbie getting way too far in here with that SUV, not going to be able to get up the ramp, and gets taken up by that queen and those lings. He did, in fact, flip the factory onto the reactor, so he's going to be making 2 Hellions, which of course do just fine against lings, and HayprO might be in trouble if drewbie's able to create too many of those. And the command center not quite doing anything yet. Oh, some lings actually poke in here, and the Hellions stop them in their tracks, actually going to be able to kill all of those lings, and then scoot past this well, they could scoot past this spine crawler. They won't be able to get up the ramp, but they could go to the back of the mineral line at least and start terrorizing those drones. Instead, drewbie is just going to hang out here at the front of the natural and also build a second barracks. 2 more Hellions on the way, so with these 4 Hellions, drewbie will easily be able to get at least 3 of them back here before that spine crawler and queen can take them out. If you look at the production tab, HayprO is building lots of lings right now, and a roach warren is about halfway done. He's actually kind of behind on his tech. He went for workers instead, but drewbie is keeping up very well with that second command center. Mules, of course, are a huge deal, and that orbital command at his natural is nearly finished. He's building lots of marines. Another barracks, that second barracks still in production. Oh, and he got a armory really fast, so Thor going to be coming out quite quickly. So he went Reactor Barracks didn't actually use it to build any Marines. He just flipped the factory initially, actually right away onto it, got some Hellions out, and then built an armory, and now getting a Thor very quickly. HayprO actually not a fan of building units. It looks like he's only got 3 Roaches coming so far. These Hellions, of course, don't really do that great against the new and improved Roaches, but drewbie could do a lot of damage with this Thor that's coming out. Send some SCVs along for the ride as a repair force. HayprO actually sacking an Overlord here to get a glimpse of what's going on. He does not see the armory. It's way here in the back, so that Overlord is going to be sacrificed without getting a ton of excellent scouting information. There's a lot of larvae here that can be used for Roaches. It looks like HayprO is content to just continue building drones. He does have vision on these 2 Hellions, and he's going to poke out and try and hit them. He might not have known that there were 4 there. I just took his vision and only saw the 2. But now, lots of Marines. A Thor going to be tanking in the front with 5 repairing SCVs. This could be a very, very tough push for HayprO to repel with the meager forces that he has here. The Thor actually microed a little strangely there, kind of walking around the Zerglings, going straight for that Spinecrawler, takes it incredibly quickly. The Thor going to want to focus down these Roaches as it does just a ton of ground damage, focusing on the Queen now, and it looks like HayprO really not prepared for this this interesting push out of drewbie. How many Marines was that? About 10 Marines, 4 Hellions, a Thor, and 5 repairing SCVs. The SCVs actually, I believe, went home. More Marines are coming as drewbie continues to pump them out. This hatchery is going to fall, most likely. There's some Wings and Roaches. Actually, here are the SCVs. They were just tanking shots up the front. They actually didn't even get hit. So the hatchery goes down. The Thor continues to just pop these Roaches like they're nothing. Still a lot of Marines alive. 3 more arriving from the back. So the Thor and Marine Hellion push actually wins drewbie that game in just under 10 minutes. So very good game played by drewbie. HayprO just didn't really have enough units. So now let's move into game 2 and see if he can come back and take this series.